All right, good day to you. I welcome you to this beautiful session on the OSI model. You see, learning about OSI model is like trying to know how a community works together to pass a message from one person to another. For example, just as a message moves from different people or through different people before reaching the king in his palace in Yoruba land, from the town crier to the chiefs to the palace guard, that is exactly how network data also passes through layers before reaching its final destination. So in the remaining parts of this video, we'll be looking at the meaning and explanation of the OSI model and the specific functions performed by the layers of the model using cultural analogy. So imagine a traditional wedding ceremony fún àpèjúwe the engagement ìdáná nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. Different people play different roles, starting from the alága dúró, alága jókòó, who are the spokespersons for the family elders, the friend of the bride, and so on. So everybody must be coordinated for the event to be successful. Similarly, in networking, the OSI model defines how every participant or layer in this context contributes to moving data successfully. You know, it has 7 layers, each of them with specific role in transmitting data. And it is called open system because it means it is universal. It is applicable to all types of network. Just like how greetings or protocols differ, but communication is possible when everyone understands the process. So you can think of it of a step-by-step guide to network communication. So moving on, we'll be talking about the 7 layers of the OSI model using the village hierarchy analogy. And to start with, we'll be talking about the physical layer, which is or can be likened to the village paths or roads that allows people and data in this context to move physically. So the physical layer has to do with hardware, devices, and cables, all the gadgets we can see physically that enables the communication to happen belongs or can be categorized under the physical layer. So followed is the data link layer. This is like the village gatekeeper ensuring that only the right people enters. It checks for error. And the major framework that is applicable in this layer is the MAC address, which is the media access control addresses. So the MAC address ensures that it is only the right people or the right message that enters. So it checks for errors. If there's an error in the message that is coming or in the data that is running through the network, it will be discovered during the data link layer and it will be checked and maybe rejected accordingly. Follow is the network layer, which is like the chief messenger who knows every compound addresses and decides the best route to deliver a letter. So the network layer handles IP addresses, which are unique identifiers, and the best route that the data in the network can be routed through to ensure a reliable and meaningful communication. The next one is the transport layer. This transport layer is also known as the heart of the OSI model. It acts like a trusted courier, ensuring that the full message gets to the right person. So that you are receiving a message sent to you from your colleague today is because the transport layer is performing its role properly. So it ensures reliable delivery of data. Next is the session layer, which is just like the palace clerk who manages when meetings start and end, opening and closing. So communication session is, handled under the session layer. Management of connection between devices accordingly. Next is the presentation layer, which acts like a translator, ensuring that the sending side and the receiving side understand the message language. This is where formatting and encryption of data takes place. So the presentation layer formats and encrypts data so that it can be sent accordingly. Then lastly, we have the application layer, which is just like the king or the council leader. This layer ensures that the interaction between people are very direct, using, and this is where the user software come to play. So interfaces with software, e.g. web browsers, and so on and so forth, comes under the application layer. So, it is important to understand that we can liken all of these, for instance, the Wi-Fi system, browsers, applications, and all of this. We can see today that using this analogy of the village hierarchy, we have been able to see how data moves, between the network infrastructure. Let's now talk about how data moves through the OSI model. When a town crier delivers a message from the king, it moves from the palace through the messengers down to the village square, and the response also travels back the same way, back through the messengers to the king in the palace, then to the town crier, So data also starts in a typical network infrastructure from the application layer of the sender's device to the what physical layer of the other device that the message is going to. So it travels through cables or wireless signal to the receiving device. The receiver processes the information at its own physical layer and send back information back to the layer 7, which is the application layer of the other device. So the process continues like that, on and on. One might be wondering why we are emphasizing on the importance of the OSI model. It is very important. It's just like, imagine if every village chiefs use different titles. Maybe today the Otun call himself OC, or the Balogun claim to be the Otun in the kingdom, or maybe the Iyalode, is claiming herself to be the Otun. There will be chaos in the kingdom. Meetings will become chaotic. So the OSI model prevents that kind of confusion in computer network. By standardizing roles, it makes troubleshooting easy. Just like knowing which chiefs handle land issues or disputes. The OSI model is just like a blueprint that keep communication organized and predictable. So it provides a framework for designing new technologies, help to identify and fix network issues, and is used in understanding protocols like HTTP, TCP, and on like that. So here is a summary of what we've learned so far. As you can see, we've been able to identify the 7 layers of the OSI model and their specific functions. We've known the function, the overall importance of the OSI model, then the layers that are there, the physical down to the application layer. So, and here is your assessment. Think about what layer handles the IP address, what layer encrypts data, and how does the OSI model help in real life and real world networking. So in our next class, we are going to be taking a broader view of each of these layers of the OSI model, still using cultural analogy. See you in the next class, and bye.